Ethan and Mason are both 30 years old. They live in the same city, earn the exact same $75,000 salary, and have the same dream: retire comfortably and never worry about a bill again. For 32 years, they save religiously. They retire on the same day, thinking they played the game perfectly. They are both wrong. One of them forgot to count what the government takes on the way out. The other forgot to count what he gave up on the way in. When you actually run the numbers through a full retirement, the gap between what they think they have and what they actually get to keep will make you rethink everything you know about investing. Which one are you? Let's find out. The illusion of winning. Ethan is the classic saver. He signs up for his company's 401k. His boss offers a 4% match. That's $3,000 in free money every year. Ethan puts in 10% of his salary, so combined 10,500 hits his account annually, all pre-tax. His paycheck barely feels it because Uncle Sam hasn't touched a dime yet. Mason opens a Roth IRA instead. He puts in $7,500 a year. The 2026 contribution limit set by the IRS confirmed in their November 2025 announcement. There's no employer match and no tax break today. Every dollar Mason saves has already been taxed. From day one, Mason feels poorer than Ethan. For the first 5 years, Ethan looks like a genius. The tax break: Ethan's pre-tax 401k contributions lower his taxable income by $7,500 a year. At his 22% federal bracket, that saves him about $1.60 in federal taxes annually. That's real money in his pocket today. The match: by year 5, Ethan's balance is around $61,000. Of that, roughly $15,000 came from his employer's match contributions alone, with another few thousand from the growth on those match dollars. That's free money he never had to earn. The reality check: meanwhile, Mason's Roth is sitting at about $44,000. On every visible scoreboard, Ethan is crushing it. More money in the account, more money in his paycheck. But here's what Ethan doesn't see: every single dollar in that 401k has a tax bill attached to it. He just hasn't opened the envelope yet. The 401k hangover. The 401k is the most popular retirement account in America because the tax break feels incredible. But don't confuse a tax break with tax elimination. The IRS isn't giving you free money, they're giving you a deferral. The moment Ethan retires and starts withdrawing, the IRS treats every dollar as ordinary income, not capital gains, not qualified dividends, the same rate as a regular paycheck. If Ethan takes out $60,000 a year, after the standard deduction, he's looking at roughly $5,000 a year in federal taxes, and that's before state taxes. But it gets deeper. 3 traps are waiting. Trap 1, the RMD trap. Required minimum distributions force you to withdraw a percentage of your 401k every year, whether you need the money or not. This is critical. Under Secure 2.0, the RMD age was 73, but starting in 2033, it moves to 75. Ethan, born around 1996, falls into that new rule. His first RMD will hit at age 75. If his account has grown to $2.5 million by then, because he didn't touch it early, say, he lived off other income, his first mandatory withdrawal is roughly $100,000. He has no choice. He owes ordinary income tax on every penny, and that withdrawal can push him into a higher bracket than he was in while working. Trap 2, the Social Security tax. Ethan's 401k withdrawals count as income, and that income can trigger taxation on up to 85% of his Social Security benefits. He's being taxed on the very benefits he funded with payroll taxes his entire career. Trap 3, the early withdrawal penalty. If Ethan needs $30,000 for an emergency at age 50, he loses about $9,600, 22% federal tax plus a 10% penalty. He keeps only $2,400. Ethan's balance isn't really his. Part of it belongs to the IRS. He just doesn't know the percentage yet, because future tax rates are anyone's guess. The Roth IRA's hidden power and its limits. Now, I'm not saying the Roth is perfect. It has real flaws that influencers love to ignore. Lower limits. In 2026, Mason can only put in $7,500 a year. Ethan can stash $24,500 in his 401k, more than 3 times as much. No employer match. Roth IRAs aren't workplace plans, so there's no match. Over 32 years, Ethan's $3,000 per year match alone could grow to roughly $400,000 with compounding. Mason has to build every cent himself. The income ceiling. Once Mason starts earning more than $168,000 as a single filer in 2026, the IRS phases out his ability to contribute to a Roth IRA. Above that, the door is locked. There's a workaround called the backdoor Roth, contributing to a traditional IRA and converting it, but it has its own rules and tax implications. But around year 7, the story shifts. By year 20, Ethan's 401k sits around $480,000, Mason's Roth around $343,000. Ethan looks like he's winning by $137,000. But here's the catch. If both cashed out the 22% today, Ethan nets $374,000 after taxes. Mason nets $33,000. The gap shrinks to about $31,000, and that gap exists almost entirely because of the employer match, which is the part of Ethan's account that was truly free. The Roth IRA is what I call a clean asset. No future taxes, no RMDs ever during your lifetime. And here's the killer feature most people don't know. You can withdraw your contributions, not the earnings, just what you put in, at any age for any reason with zero taxes and zero penalties. Mason's Roth doubles as his ultimate emergency fund. If he needs that same $30,000 at age 50, he gets the full $30,000. Compare that to Ethan losing $9,600 on the same withdrawal. The verdict at age 62 after 32 years, both retire. Ethan's 401k, about $100,238,000. He's a millionaire. Mason's Roth, about $885,000. No million-dollar bragging rights. But when both trend $60,000 a year, Ethan takes home about $54,900 after federal taxes. Mason takes home $60,000 every dollar. Over a 25-year retirement, Ethan will pay roughly $190,000 in federal taxes that Mason avoids entirely. And that's just federal. State taxes pile on more. Then there's the inheritance angle. If both have leftover money when they pass, Mason's Roth transfers to his kids completely tax-free at the federal level. Ethan's 401k becomes an inherited IRA, and under Secure Act rules, the kids must drain it within 10 years, paying ordinary income tax the whole way down. A $500,000 inheritance could lose $100,000 to taxes. The truth both sides miss, here's what nobody tells you. Roth and traditional are mathematically equivalent if your tax rate stays the same. Same dollar in, same dollar out, same growth, just taxed at different points. The math only tilts when tax rates change. Roth wins if your tax rate in retirement is higher than today. Traditional wins if your tax rate in retirement is lower than today. Most working people in the 22% or 24% bracket today will likely retire in the 12% or 22% bracket. That's a moderate edge for traditional. But here's the wild card. Future tax rates are unknown. Federal debt is rising. Demographics are shifting. Many tax experts believe rates will rise over the next 30 years. That's the bet you're making. There's also a hybrid most people overlook, the Roth 401k. Same contribution limit as the regular 401k, 24,500 in 2026, but contributions are after tax, withdrawals are tax-free, and you still get the employer match. The match goes into a traditional bucket, but the rest grows tax-free forever. For high earners locked out of the regular Roth IRA, this is often the best of both worlds, and starting in 2026, Secure 2.0 actually requires high earners, those who made over $150,000 the prior year, to do their catch-up contributions in Roth form, whether they want to or not. The golden order, so who was right? Neither and both. The smartest move isn't choosing one. It's stacking them in the right order. Most fee-only financial planners recommend this sequence. 1. Match first. Contribute to your 401k up to the full employer match. It's a 100% instant return on your money. Walking away from a match is the single most expensive mistake in personal finance. 2. Roth second. Max out your Roth IRA at $7,500 in 2026. You're locking in tax-free growth and emergency fund flexibility for the next 30-plus years. 3. 401k. Third. If you still have money to invest, go back and fill the rest of your 401k up to $2,500 to lower your current tax bill. If your employer offers a Roth 401k, seriously consider splitting between traditional and Roth based on your tax outlook. 4. After that, taxable brokerage. Once both buckets are full, a regular brokerage account gives you long-term capital gains rates and total flexibility, no contribution limits, no withdrawal restrictions. The real trap isn't the account you choose. It's picking one based on a headline without running your own numbers. What about you? Are you chasing the immediate tax break or the long-term tax freedom? If you found this breakdown helpful, hit subscribe and ring the bell. We're diving deep into the math of a regular brokerage account in the next video, and the results might surprise you. See you in the next one.